Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're going to dive into the world of financial markets as they stand right now. Things have been a roller coaster lately. Stocks are shaky and crypto's holding its breath. If you're a solid investor, which means that you continue to invest even in a downtrend or when the markets are crashing, you understand that these are the best time to buy in. This information will be for you. Then we'll talk about Bitcoin. Yep, BTC. And why it might be the best bet yet for you to start investing in. Now hit that like and subscribe button and let's get into it. So where are we at? The financial market is in a bit of a mess right now. Just in the past week, the S&P 500 has took a brutal hit. Now we all know why. Trump's tariffs. The new administration's trade policies with tariffs as high as 10% across the board, and even steeper for some countries like China, sending shockwaves through global markets. Investors are freaking out about supply chain chaos, slower growth, and inflation creeping back up on us. JP Morgan is even saying there's a 60% chance of global recession if this keeps up. Meanwhile, Bitcoin continues to show its resilience. It continues to hold steady above support levels, while stocks and gold and even silver are all sliding. Crypto stocks like Coinbase and miners like Mara took a big hit, down already 6 to 8%. But Bitcoin, it's proving it's not just another risk asset on the way down. Now, what should we keep our eye on? First, the tariff fallout. This week, China's hitting back with a 34% levy on US goods, and the EU is plotting its own counterstrike. This has gotten all investors on edge, and we'll see what's next and all clarity when Trump makes his next tariff announcement. Rumored for early May. Mark your calendars because that can either calm things down or light the fuse on a full-blown trade war. On the flip side, there's some hope brewing. Analysts are buzzing about central banks stepping in. With recession fears rising, expect the Feds and others to pump liquidity into the system. Think lower rates or quantitative easing by Q3 2025. That's huge for risk assets like crypto and stock. Plus, BlackRock just launched its new Bitcoin ETP in Europe last week. Institutional money is still flowing in, even if it's less than in the US. This could be a slow burn towards mainstream adoption. So, when's the turnaround? No one's got a crystal ball, but here's the vibe. Short term, we're in for more pain, probably through May or June until the trade tensions play out. Think mid to late 2025, things could flip. If central bank floods the market with cash and tariff uncertainty fades, we might see stocks stabilize and Bitcoin. Mark my words, Bitcoin can climb back to 100,000 or more. Analysts say we could top about 138,000 this year. So let's hold on to the ride and let's lay the foundations out right now. Now let's talk fear. It's the market's kryptonite. Right now, it's running the show. Investors are dumping stocks, holding cash, and even pulling back from crypto because of the FUD, uncertainty, and doubt. But think about it. When fear spikes, markets overreact. Look at this week. Fear makes people sell low and miss the dip buying opportunities smart investors make. But here's the thing. Fear is loud, but it's temporary. Markets always cycle back. The trick is not letting it cloud your judgment. So, what should smart investors do? Number one, stay calm. Don't panic sell. Zoom out and think long term. Number two, diversify but prioritize stability. Cash, bonds, and yes, Bitcoin are now your anchors. Number three, watch for big moves. If the central banks signal rate cuts or stimulus, that's your green light to start loading up on undervalued assets. And finally, tune out the noise. Fearful headlines don't mean that the game's over. Now, let's double down on Bitcoin. Why is it still the most stable investment in this mess? Simple. It's decentralized. Tariffs can tank stocks. Inflation can crush fiat. But BTC's scarcity? 21 million. No more. It keeps it grounded. Sure, it's not immune to dips, but compared to other equities cratering 5% in just a day, analysts at 21 shares says it's got strong underlying demands. And I agree, it's not just a hedge, but it's a lifeline in all this chaos. And that's the state of the market, folks. Messy, but full of opportunities if you play smart. Bitcoin is still king in my book, and I'm betting on its turnaround in late 2025. What do you think? Bullish on BTC or waiting it out? Let me know in the comments below. Smash up the subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any notifications for our next update.